there's just a lot of cardboard around these days. Of course, the businesses, they have machines that make big stacks of it and it gets recycled. But for the average homeowner, they just have to sort of cram it into the recycle bin and then it gets carted away. It seems like a lot of energy goes into recycling that. Fortunately here at Truly Tropical, we have another use for especially large pieces of cardboard. I have a couple people who save their cardboard for me, and basically this big stuff is really usable for plants. What I usually do is try to take off all the tape. This tape is a little bit tougher to take off than some, but not impossible. I just don't even, I'm sort of a nut about plastics in the Grove, and while this tape is mostly paper, it does have plastic filaments or strings in it for added strength. So what I'll do is I'll just take off all of the tape. Okay, so let's go and see what step 2 is. So when I'm making a new spot for plants, sometimes I use baby pools, and this works out very well, especially if the baby pool has like a hole in it, so you don't have to worry about it getting too much water standing in the pool. But right here is an opportunity for my next generation or whatever, my next idea for how to create more space for mango trees. This area is seldom used, and it's full of weeds, and those weeds actually include sand spurs, which are really not my favorite. I dig out plenty of them, and whenever I do that, there seems to be one seed that falls on the ground, making the next generation. It is tough to get rid of all of the sand spurs. So what I am doing is putting cardboard down where the sand spurs were, and this actually prevents all things underneath it from growing, and that makes it a nice place for the plants on top. The roots of these plants are not going to be going into the ground anytime soon because, of course, the barrier of the cardboard. So this is something that I did a few days ago, and now I'm going to create another space over here for more plants. Okay, so that's looking good, so let's go get some plants. So I'll get more plants and fill up this whole area that has cardboard with the plants. And basically, this is a great area for me. It's fairly protected from the wind. It's not being used for plants, at least in this particular area. And I am here with a hose every day of the week. And so these plants do not have much risk of drying out. There's another benefit for using the cardboard. Not only, of course, is it all plant material. It's basically wood that they make into cardboard, but the glue that they use in cardboard has boron in it, and boron is an essential mineral for mango trees, and a lot of mango trees are deficient in it. So while this cardboard is serving as a place for these plants, it's slowly also going to be decomposing and adding nutrients to the ground that might actually be deficient in those nutrients right now. Anyway, I know not everybody has places like this or the situation like this to use cardboard for a temporary place for plants to be, but it is something to consider for your situation if it's anything like mine.